The internet has revolutionized our lives, connecting us in ways we never thought possible. But this digital age of connection has a dark side. Romance scams are on the rise, preying on people seeking love and companionship online. These sophisticated schemes leave victims emotionally devastated and financially drained. The FBI estimates that Americans lost over $1 billion to romance scams in 2022 alone. This staggering figure only reflects reported cases, suggesting the true scale of this crime is far greater. These scams know no borders, impacting people from all walks of life. Behind the carefully crafted profiles and sweet nothings lie calculated criminals exploiting human vulnerability. This is not just about catfishing anymore, it's about organized fraud with devastating consequences. We must understand the forces driving this global epidemic to protect ourselves and bring these perpetrators to justice. This is the dark side of love in the digital age. While romance scams occur globally, Nigeria and Ghana have become notorious as cybercrime hotspots. These West African nations have a complex relationship with internet fraud, often referred to locally as Yahoo. But why these countries? Several factors contribute to this phenomenon. High unemployment rates, especially among young people, create an environment where alternative income streams are enticing. Limited economic opportunities and a lack of access to traditional financial systems further fuel the allure of cybercrime. Additionally, cultural factors play a role. A strong emphasis on materialism and status symbols, often unattainable through legitimate means, can drive individuals towards quick money schemes. However, it's crucial to avoid generalizations. This is not a national crisis, but rather a problem fueled by specific socio-economic realities. Understanding the context is key to developing effective solutions. We need to look beyond stereotypes and address the root causes driving individuals towards cybercrime. To understand how these scams operate, we must step inside the world of the perpetrators. Through in-depth case studies and interviews with convicted scammers in Nigeria and Ghana, a clear pattern emerges. These individuals are not lone wolves. They often operate in organized groups sharing resources, knowledge, and tactics. Their methods are chillingly effective. They create fake profiles on dating sites and social media platforms, often posing as successful professionals or military personnel. They use stolen photos to create convincing personas, weaving elaborate backstories to lure unsuspecting victims. Communication is key to their success. They employ a combination of charm, flattery, and manufactured vulnerability to build trust and emotional connection. They often target individuals who are lonely, widowed, or going through personal difficulties, exploiting their desire for companionship. The manipulation can be subtle at first, gradually escalating as the relationship progresses. Once trust is established, the requests for financial assistance begin. Contrary to popular belief, the perpetrators of romance scams are not necessarily tech wizards. They range in age and background, reflecting the socio-economic diversity of their countries. However, some common threads emerge from their profiles. Many are young men and women with limited education and job prospects. They see cybercrime as a way to escape poverty and achieve a lifestyle beyond their reach through legitimate means. Some are driven by greed, while others feel pressured by societal expectations and family obligations. Their understanding of the internet and social media is often self-taught. They are adept at using technology to their advantage, exploiting the anonymity and global reach of the internet to target victims far beyond their borders. While their motives may vary, their actions have a devastating impact on their victims. It's crucial to remember that behind every fake profile lies a real person capable of causing real harm. To effectively combat romance scams, we must understand the complex interplay of factors that drive individuals to engage in this type of fraud. While economic hardship plays a significant role, it's not the whole story. Cultural and historical influences also contribute to the environment in which cybercrime thrives. In some communities, scamming is seen as a form of hustling, a way to outsmart a system perceived as rigged against them. This perspective is often rooted in historical experiences of colonialism and exploitation, where traditional avenues to wealth and success were blocked. Furthermore, the glorification of material wealth and status symbols, fueled by social media and pop culture, creates an environment where individuals feel pressure to attain these markers of success, even through illicit means. These cultural factors, combined with limited economic opportunities, create a perfect storm for cybercrime to flourish. Addressing this complex issue requires a multi-pronged approach that tackles both the economic and cultural roots of the problem. Beyond catfishing, the language of deception, it's important to distinguish between the terminology used in popular media and the more precise language of law enforcement and academia. While terms like catfishing and scammers are widely understood, they don't fully encompass the severity of online romance fraud. Catfishing typically refers to creating a fake online persona for social reasons, while romance scams involve deliberate deception for financial gain. Similarly, scammer downplays the criminal intent and organized nature of these operations. Fraud and fraudsters more accurately reflect the criminal nature of these acts. This distinction is crucial for several reasons. It helps law enforcement agencies categorize and prosecute these crimes effectively. It also ensures victims understand the severity of the situation and are more likely to report it. Using accurate language helps raise awareness and encourages a more serious approach to tackling this growing problem. The price of love, victims and their stories. Behind the statistics are real people whose lives have been shattered by online romance scams. They come from all walks of life, drawn together by a shared experience of betrayal, financial ruin, and emotional devastation. Some victims lose their life savings, while others fall into debt trying to support their online lovers. Many suffer from depression, anxiety, and PTSD, struggling to rebuild their lives and trust again. The emotional toll can be as damaging as the financial losses. It's important to remember that victims are not naive or gullible. The perpetrators are skilled manipulators who exploit human emotions and vulnerabilities. They prey on people's desire for love, companionship, and connection, making their victims feel responsible for their own suffering. Sharing their stories helps break down the stigma surrounding romance scams and encourages more victims to come forward. It also highlights the urgent need for increased awareness, prevention efforts, and support for those affected by this devastating crime. Combating the shadows. Strategies for law enforcement. Combating online romance fraud requires a multifaceted approach from law enforcement agencies worldwide. International cooperation is crucial due to the global nature of these crimes. Sharing intelligence, coordinating investigations, and harmonizing legal frameworks are essential for effective prosecution. Law enforcement agencies need to prioritize cybercrime training to equip officers with the skills and knowledge to investigate these sophisticated scams. This includes understanding the technology used, analyzing online behavior patterns, and tracing funds across borders. Public awareness campaigns are vital to educate potential victims about the dangers of online dating and provide them with the tools to protect themselves. This includes being cautious about sharing personal information, verifying online identities, and recognizing red flags like requests for money. By combining proactive investigation, international cooperation, and public outreach, law enforcement can make significant strides in dismantling online romance scams and bringing perpetrators to justice. Securing the future policy recommendations and global cooperation. Addressing the root causes of online romance scams requires a long-term commitment from governments and policymakers worldwide. This includes tackling poverty, promoting economic development, and providing educational opportunities, particularly in regions where cybercrime is prevalent. Strengthening financial regulations and improving international cooperation on money laundering can help disrupt the flow of illicit funds generated by these scams. Collaborating with social media companies to identify and shut down fake profiles and suspicious activity is also crucial. Furthermore, providing support services for victims, including financial counseling, mental health services, and legal aid, is essential to help them recover and rebuild their lives. By working together, we can create a safer online environment and protect individuals from falling prey to the heartbreak and financial devastation of online romance scams.